So, this parable of the Chinese farmer, there was a farmer and his son, and they lived in a small village. They had a horse that helped them plow the fields. One morning, he woke up and went outside, found out that the horse had escaped its stable. So his friends in the village came around and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss." And the farmer shrugged his shoulders and said, "Who knows what's good or bad?" So then the next day, he wakes up in the morning, goes outside, and finds that his horse had returned and brought with it another horse from the enemy neighboring state. And everyone came around and said, "Oh my goodness, what great fortune has fallen upon you." And he shrugs his shoulders and says, "Who knows what's good or bad?" Later that afternoon, his son went out to the stable to try to break in the new horse, was bucked off its back, and broke his leg. And everyone in the village came around again and said, "Oh, what misfortunes. So sorry this has happened to you." And he says, "Who knows what's good or bad?" Then the following day, the military rolled in and was drafting all the young, able-bodied men for the military to fight in the war against the enemy neighboring state. But they took one look at his son and his broken leg and said, "You are unfit for war." And he was left behind. Then everyone came around and said, "Wow, what great fortune has come upon you. Your son gets to stay and live out the war with you, and all of our children have been taken away from us and likely will never return." But he also says, again, shrugs his shoulders and says, "Who knows what's good or bad?"